Please use the sharing tools found via the email icon at the top of articles. Copying articles to share with others is a breach of FT. Comte. More information can be found at https://www.ft.com/tour.https://w.w.ft.com/content/1-8CE0927263BB601F90C5BF63013. Marks & Spencer's seemingly ever-earlier launch of Christmas TV advert has long been a source of delight to the middle classes and indignation to middle-aged commentators. In fact, first sightings of Paddington and the Christmas Visitor on November 6, a new ad featuring the Peruvian emigre bear, caused one contemporary of opening quote to despair. Just thrown away the Halloween pumpkins, and the Christmas ads have started. Naturally, I believe my fellow curmudgeon has a point. But it may not bode well for him. Not just because the company feels a need to flog mince pies and stocking fillers before last weekend's sparkler burns have healed. But because of its new focus on a blue duffle coat and red hat ensemble. Last week, rival clothes retailer Next warned that the warmer weather had hit sales of this kind of warmer weight stock. But not that encouraging. Like sales of clothing and homeware in the half year to September 20 were down 0. % in the first quarter. Food sales were evidently unchanged after a first quarter decline also of 0. Analysts at Peel Hunt had expected like-for-like sales to remain negative in both food and non-food, given external conditions are not easy, and said this doesn't faze us unduly as we do see underlying improvements. However, food margins declined by 130 basis points to 31.3%, which was worse than expected and not fully offset by cost and waste savings. Chief Executive Steve Rowe said, "We recognize now that we face stronger headwinds in food which will be addressed in the year ahead." Clothing margins were better, though, up 140 basis points to 58.1%, as the number of clearance sales in the period was reduced from 4 to 2 and currency headwinds offset by better buying. Overall, then, group sales rose 2.6% to £5.1 billion, thanks to a further rollout of food outlets, which meant total food sales including new space were up 4%. It said it opened 24 new Simply Food stores in the period, and market share in food increased by 10 basis points to 4. .2% according to data from Cantorworldpanel.at. The same time, it reallocated space in 56 stores from women's wear to faster-growing items in children's wear and home. Mr. Rowe's overall plan is to close, move or renovate 1 in 4 of his 300m. This is coming at a price. UK costs were up 4.2% due to new space, investment in improved service, and tackling legacy pay and pension issues. Mr. Rowe said, "The business still has many structural issues to tackle as we embark on the next 5 years of our transformation in the context of a very challenging retail and consumer environment." Today we are accelerating our plans to build a business with sustainable profitable growth, making M. He revisited his proposal that Marks & Spencer and Next should get together. Marshirad argued that both companies need big-picture thinking to address their excess capacity and manage the decline of the traditional distribution channels. It would be seen as a more defensive merger and a joining of equals compared with when he first pitched it 9 years ago. As such, he deemed it unlikely. Further down the high street, at the J.D. Wetherspoon pubs, business is a little easier, though. This morning, the company said its financial year was off to a positive start, although it also warned that costs were significantly higher than last year. Like-for-like sales were up 6.1% in the 13 weeks to October 29, ahead of analyst expectations. Total sales rose 4.3%. BUT chairman Tim Martin warned on higher overheads and outgoings. Costs, as many pub and restaurant companies have indicated, have been significantly higher than last year, and further increases are expected in areas including labor, business rates, utilities and sugar taxes. Despite these headwinds, Wetherspoon said its expectations for full fiscal year operating margin remain unchanged. And, finally, is the house builders boom finally slowing? Persimmon, the UK's second-largest new-build homes provider, has just reported that sales flattened out in the third quarter. This morning, the FTSE 100 company said its total sales rate per site for the third quarter was in line with the same period last year. Still, forward sales reserved beyond 2017 were up another 10% on the same period last year, as first-time buyers continued to take advantage of the government's Help to Buy equity loan scheme. It is now used in more than half of Persimmon's sale completions, according to research from investment bank Liberum. However, the group warned it continued to encounter a tight market for both key house-building trade skills and some materials. Today's Lombard column focuses on Sky's proposed takeover by Fox. Has Rupert Murdoch studied Homer? He read philosophy, politics, and economics at Oxford, but appears well versed in the classical tale of Sisyphus, who was punished in Hades by being made to push a huge boulder up a hill, only for it to roll back down again every time, completely wasting his effort. Either that, or he has studied Homer Simpson on his Fox TV network, whose cartoon antics also suggest life is just one crushing defeat after another. Because it seems the US media owner now wants UK regulators to experience the same misery, spending ages on a pointless exercise. $7 billion deal to buy the 61% of TV group Sky he does not already own, via his 21st Century Fox Group. Ofcom was instructed to assess its impact on broadcasting standards and media plurality, and, after receiving tens of thousands of representations, the government called for the CMA to conduct a Phase 2 inquiry, due to run until next March. So imagine how those regulators felt on Monday, when reports emerged that Fox had been in talks to sell most of its businesses, including its 39% stake in Sky, to Disney. It could mean a whole year of work for nothing. Read the rest of today's Lombard column here.